Okay, so let's begin working on this local weather app that we're going to be building. Okay, so the first thing we need the basic HTML markup. So here, as you can see, it has just this text and nothing else. Okay, so this is the same link. Okay, same as the one we used for the previous project. So the link Bootstrap, I'm using 3.3.7 version, and I'm using the font awesome icons, which I might not use, but it is here, so I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, and then index.css. Okay, we have here index.css. In fact, this is from the old one, so let me get rid of this. Okay, save it. Okay, so in the footer and in the body section I have nothing, and in the footer it's the same script for jQuery 3.1.1, and then we have the Bootstrap minified version. And just make sure that you have this jQuery version uh, on top of the Bootstrap, otherwise it doesn't work properly. Okay, that's why I left this comment here. Okay, so this is absolutely same template as we used before. I will leave this. You can also download this template file. I will make it available either in Udemy or in GitHub. Okay, and then if you want to start, just delete everything from the body section, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so see, we have nothing. That's about it, nothing. So let's begin. The first thing we want to do is let's write some Bootstrap. Okay, so what we want is first let's create a div with container fluid. So you can code along with me, right? That's what you're doing. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so container fluid, it's a full width container. Then let's create one single div. Okay, and then let's give it a class name of column small 12. So it's a full width 12 column grid, and then I'm going to apply the text center class because I want the text to center here, and then I give it a class name of Geometron. Okay, and I also give one additional class so that we can customize further, which is top. Okay, it's that simple. Now next thing what we want to do is I'm just going to give it a title. So today's weather. Okay, and then I'm also going to make one horizontal line. All right, and then this horizontal line, as you saw here in this example, it's short. Okay, it's shortened version. So I've added some styling, so that looks good instead of just full width. So that's what we're going to do. So for that reason, I'm going to add the class name to this one as well, and its class name, I'll just name it short. Okay, and then the next thing, let's say h2. So h2 would be, let's give it ID of weather. By the way, you can use both classes and IDs to target HTML elements using jQuery. Okay, ID is probably a better idea because it doesn't get mixed up with the CSS classes. Okay, so ID weather. Now this one will be loading. Okay, so by default, until we get the once the user clicks the button, until the data is retrieved from the API, we're going to show the loading. Otherwise, we're going to show the actual result. Okay, so this one will be hidden to begin with, so we'll implement that feature anyway. So let's give it a try. So first, today's weather loading. All right, that's good. Next, what do? Let's create a 3 column. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So 1 row and 3 columns. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so now that we have this container fluid inside this container, I'm going to create another div. This one, give it a class name of row. We're going to create a single row. Inside this row, we're going to have 3 columns. Okay, so div, another column small 12. It's a 12 column grid, and then I'm also going to give it a class name of text center, and I'm going to name it gray jumbo. Okay, now this, I'm doing this because I'm going to add additional styling to this one. Okay, now Now in this 12 column grid, we're gonna make 3 columns, so 4, 4, 4, 4. So it's now 4 sides times 3. Okay? So div column small 4. Now it will have, what it will have is let's say h3. So I give id to each of them so that we can use later on. Okay? So info 1, okay, and then another h3, and this one is, in fact, let's copy this one. Okay, and let me explain it just right after this one. Okay? 1 info 2. Okay, so what we're doing here is that inside this 12 column grid, we create this column 4 column grid. Okay, now what you can do is you can copy paste. Right? So what is happening here is we will add this information once we get the data from the API. For example, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6 items. That's why I created 6H3. Okay. So later we will modify. Maybe we can, for example, like this, we can add horizontal line and so on. But for the moment, let's leave it. Okay. So that's the whole purpose. We have row with 12 column grid, and each of them 4, 4, 4, and inside them they have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 fields. Okay, so info 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can target all these elements and do whatever we want. Okay, so that is all we need to begin with. Okay, now there is one more thing actually. So this is a button. It's going to toggle the Fahrenheit and Celsius. So let's do that as well. So in this case, in the middle one, in fact, we don't need this H1, we need button instead. Okay, let's say so. Okay, and now this one, let's give it a class name, ID, and I'm going to name it switch. Okay, because it's going to switch the Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's switch, and then class, let's say button primary. Okay, so let's have a look. Refresh. Okay, as you can see, this is the basic outline we have. So we are pretty much done with HTML markup. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some CSS. So see you in the next video.